see, okay, I gotta read through all this stuff. Gotta do last night's, because I didn't like stream very well at all. Let's see here. Let me make sure the volume's down too on the phone. Anyway, let's see here. It's starting now. Which I'm gonna turn up. Actually, now let's see here. Looks like all this wasn't. Hopefully this ain't too bad now. Hope I don't end up doing what it did last time. Cause last night I know like all this stuff was kinda like sort of messed up. First, I need to talk to everybody here before I talk to him again.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them? I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Matteo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? No, I do not. But I find it hard to quantify. Many of the other members are polite, but distant. I worry that my background and my actions concern them. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death. Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite. Of course, you have given me an opportunity the others have not. Perhaps I just need more time. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense? And yet here we are, working together. And that has, I think, gone very well. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence. It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
Here's Sam. Last time I talked to him.
Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about. That girl. If Cora leaves her tools out one more time. I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times. Oh, next time I see her, I'll paste on a smile and ask her ever so nicely to pick them up. Again. I mean, this is between me and you, but Cora wasn't exactly planned. I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers. Had a partner, Lillian Hartz. Well, we were like fire and ice, but well, it wasn't all bad. Well, it wasn't by choice. It was a lousy fit. Maybe someday I'll get into it. I'm just happy I found Constellation. Best damn organization in the settled systems, you ask me. Understatement of the century. You know, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking, what a colossal mistake I made. Me, a father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. And I knew I'd do anything for that girl. Sure don't feel like it. It's something you said to me about parents wanting children to learn from their mistakes. Now that Cora's getting older, that's what haunts me. I've done things I'm not proud of. I've said things even worse. I try to be better for Cora, but is she gonna fall into the same traps? That's really reassuring. I do the best I can by her. I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not exactly swimming with options here. Her mother, like I said, another story, another time. And what, have her raised by Jacob, my dad? I'd sooner ship her off to Vladimir. think? Well, she does say the damnedest things. And if she just learned to pick up after herself, she just might live until she's 13.
Okay, who else is there?
To think the lodge turned into a battlefield. Oh, it's fine. Go ahead.
I must be blocking his path.
The lodge has been measurably reduced.
I'm guessing he's leaving. No, he's going downstairs. Bro, that's where I was wanting to go. Well, now he changed his mind. I think what's his stuff still. Yep. I'm not coming by your way still. So I know last time I did this save, I was like, I had a lot of weight on me. He's asleep, so I can't talk to him right now. That's what Mateo. Man, yeah, they're all asleep. Dang it. I was hoping maybe I got to talk to them, but nope. Let me see, shower in jail. I know where that's got that in sell that. I'm gonna store that in here for now. What else did I get? I don't know what else I got because I didn't look at my inventory. I got that equinox, that's what I got. I'm selling that though. I know I'm used to keeping that with me really. And that one thing as well.
Constellation has suffered losses before, although none quite so violently.
These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn. Catch a smile out there.
Initiate with a grav jump range of 21 light years to reach your destination. The grav jump range is influenced by the ship's grav drive, the ship's mass, and your enemy skills. Okay. And I think that's what this is here. that up.
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
Okay, let's see. I gotta do this now.
Your file says you have a military background. Well, don't embarrass your old outfit. Stay out of trouble.
No, I won't. No, well. I'll try to stay out of trouble as much as I can.
Another day, another credit.
Pretty don't even see me get in, but or something. Or at least see me standing inside of that thing. First, I'm gonna go over here so I can sell that gun. And I think this other gun. I think there's another gun over here too when I'm at it. Oh, that's something I should probably keep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that one. So I got that uniform somewhere around here. I think.
Don't miss.
Now what?
Forgive me for pulling you aside again, but, well, there's so much to process right now. The emissary, the hunter, the unity, an entire multiverse. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it all. I don't know where to begin. The fact that we are the origin of the Starborn. Humans literally reborn by entering the Unity. The same, yet different. It's unbelievable. I feel like most of the knowledge we've amassed in the last few centuries about the universe has just been made obsolete. Yes, that's exactly right. Humans are clearly a victim of their own success. We've been pushing further and further outwards from our home, when we should have spent more time being prepared for the consequences. Our current problem relates closely to the nature of humans as a species. This rushed curiosity has led us to enter the Unity and become Starborn. But it has made a difference. Here we are, caught in the middle of some sort of needlessly violent crusade between the Hunter and the Emissary. You'd think that a technologically advanced society would have evolved past petty squabbling over something like the artifacts. It almost makes me wonder if entering the Unity has done them more harm than good. Oh, absolutely. Their arrival in our universe is much too timely to be for any other reason. It's also clear that the need to collect these artifacts are an obsession for them, almost bordering on an addiction. That leads me to wonder what the Unity has done to their minds and their souls. No, that's not it at all. When you pass into whatever lies beyond, we don't know what will become of you. Will you remember your life as you knew it? Will the hunger to collect the artifacts consume your life like it's clearly consumed the Starborn? I'm just as curious to find out what's on the other side as well, but that's not the point. As the chair of Constellation, I want all of us to have this opportunity to explore the Unity. It would be the pinnacle exploration of our lives. However, after we enter the Unity, we'll likely evolve. You and I, as we stand here right now, will essentially cease to exist. You're a respected colleague, and I wouldn't want to lose you. I'm not sure. I'm guessing based on what we've learned. Even if I accompany you into the Unity, the question still remains. Would we know each other anymore? Even if we did, would we care? Part of what I do as chair of Constellation is weigh the costs of our expeditions. And this one, the cost is extremely high. Yes, of course. Of course. Listen, I realize nothing that I say is ever going to change your mind or diminish the enticement of this incredible opportunity. All I ask is that you research the facts before you blindly stumble off into the unknown. Thank you. Well, I suppose I've ruined the moment again, haven't I? I'm getting quite good at that lately. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Just think what we discussed. I know I will.
Alright, now, let me see.
Can I help you with
If
something?
it belongs on your ship, then I'm sure we have it for sale. Oh, please, take a look.
Oh yeah, plenty of rounds for that thing. So should I sell that or no? Thinking about it. I might sell that though. I want to keep that because I need at least one of these for cutting those artifacts out. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of that for now, actually. And that gun is light. Didn't even know it was that light at all. Even though it shoots real fast. Might just sell this one for now. Nah, I'd rather keep it because it needs something that's a little more of an automatic. And that's all I got that's other than this thing here. Let's see, what else is there? No, I'm not buying back nothing. Buy me some of those because I could really use some of them. I got no ship parts. Yeah, I got nothing that I could use for healing.
Thanks for coming in.
Actually, I want to see some. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like pass it for another 24 hours after that. Oh, that means I must have like. Well, let's go to this time right here, see what happens when I do that then. So I must have been. Didn't I have this hooked up to my charger? Thought I had my phone charged up, but I guess not.
Being in art is more exciting than one would think.
There she is.
Hope you're finding everything you need. If you don't see what you want, feel free to ask. Oh, please, take a look.
Nope, nothing there at all.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
I'm not sure if I passed up what's his name's memorial service or not. That's. I didn't see no mission about it. We usually let you know if you pass that up. What the heck? So I guess the day to night cycle's like a little bit different in this game than I thought. So I don't like, cycle like it used to in any other. I'll wait for that, then I'll do these next. Just like, at least like do something.
Curtis!
No, Amori, I am Gerhard. We've been partners for 10 years. Do you need a visit to Reliant Medical?
Hilarious. Truly, you missed your calling as a comic. Oh, please, take a look.
Let's see what you got here.
Appreciate the business.
Good to be home.
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of continued trauma.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words. Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny white caps on a massive surging sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most.
Want to say anything?
I don't often speak about what I but death is one of those occasions where it's hard. My friend is gone.
I wish there was a way to turn that off or not.
Second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending. So it's up to
I don't
us.
know why they put that in there.
We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from it. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good, or joyful. Let us take responsibility for it.
What are they gonna need me for? Don't look at me, watch it. Listen, he's the one speaking.
Walter, are you
I'm trying to watch him.
part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private. However, no Baron appreciates it.
Is that it? Guess everyone's done speaking. I'll speak to these three last. I'll speak to these guys out here first. I'll speak to him first.
Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals. But, you don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but... it's comforting, isn't it? You haven't really lost someone. You're just waiting to see them again. And you don't even need proof. You just need to believe it. Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back. It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
I don't believe we've met. Ajay Mamasa, former chair of Constellation. I wish the circumstances of my visit were better. Unfortunately, this isn't the first Constellation funeral I've been to. After 35 years, we say goodbye to a lot of friends. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I feel numb just thinking about it. I was the one who invited Barrett to join. Oh, he was so brilliant. Even if the rest of us couldn't always keep up. Ah, yes. I officiated his wedding. Young Irvin. I told him he was signing up for a lot with Barrett, but he didn't care. I bet relationships in Constellation are still messy, aren't they? We're more of a family than an organization. All the former lines bleed together. It makes the losses sting harder. But I hope it means the time you had together was all the more important. That's how I like to think of it, anyway. Exactly the same as when you met him, I bet. Oh, smiles. Saying just the wrong thing at just the right time. You don't mentor someone like Barrett as much as you let him go and try to contain the damage later, eh? Oh, yes. I was Sebastian Banks's protege. If that gives you any idea of how long I was part of our little club. Knew him, argued with him, tried to carry on his memory when he vanished. Sebastian will be back tomorrow, we always used to say. It reminded us that he was still here, in the bones of this old building. This old place has seen so much. He never mentioned that.
Let's go.
I suppose he didn't want to talk about it after what happened. The colony war took so much from us all.
That's it? Okay. I'll talk to you last.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much. Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
Okay.
Hey, how are you holding up? Just don't forget to take time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms if you need to sit down and be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together. Anytime.
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad vacation. That assumption appears to be correct. I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming. It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that? I will note that feedback for later.
Hi. So many people here. So many people saying goodbye. Huh. Are we supposed to feel better? Just because we're all in one place? It's just... it doesn't change anything, does it? Every day is going to be worse now. Don't you get that? I want to be alone for a while, okay?
everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion. I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... it is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense. Thank you. If you have...
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me? Death is a bastard. Comes for us all. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not gonna make it, he turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh? You look after yourself. I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea? Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond. I.
Good talking to you.
I am sorry. My head is swimming.
Oh.
You've got something for me?
Yeah, I want to see where.
Never regretted
Oh,
coming out
he's
of
gonna.
retirement. Constellation's got the rate of the righteous.
So are they still here? Yeah, he's still here. Where's the other
I
guy?
must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive. So we know the answer. Who are the Starborn? Well, we are. We're some cracked mirror version of ourselves. The whole thing seems unreal. Doesn't it? I was hoping the Starborn were somehow so advanced that their concerns were cosmic, significant. Instead, they're fighting over goddamn toys like we've been doing since caveman times. It's just a stupid game to them. And all our deaths and suffering, now relevant. God, I hope it is. So the Unity is a gateway. A gateway to countless possibilities. And you have a chance to go through it. Imagine. I'd be lying if it doesn't sound like the adventure of a lifetime. I don't know if you're taking anyone with you. But if you take me, I got no idea if I'd go through or not. If it went for Cora, I'd jump on it in a heartbeat. Cora would probably shove both of us out of the way and dive in first. Born explorer, that girl. That's good. I know it's your decision who to work with, but you gotta remember that the Hunter murdered our friend. Sure, the emissary may be a version of Barrett, but he's not our Barrett. But that doesn't make what the Hunter did right. Not by a long shot. If the Starborn are party crashers from different universes, I'd side with the one that's not willing to murder innocents to win. Well, that's a fair point. My head is still spinning. Maybe after a few nights' sleep, it'll be clearer. Take care.
What did you need? So, we finally have all the answers. And yet here I stand, feeling like I understand even less than I did before. This talk of the unity of a multiverse? Dead friends appearing again? It is all simply too much. Does it? Perhaps you find all this satisfactory, but I am afraid I do not. We must take the word of a murderer and follow him into the Unity? What if it does nothing the Starborn have claimed? Could share it, that belief. Truly, I do. But I cannot. course, I want to support all of Constellation, you included. But this is... it is so much to consider. Even if everything the Starborn have said is true, if you pass into this unity and come out in some other universe, look at who they are, at what they have become. They have the faces and voices of people you know, but are nothing like them. Are you not at all worried that the same fate would befall you? That you would become someone unrecognizable to the rest of us? You sound like Sarah, but you are not wrong. I will do my best to assume the best, but you cannot blame me for preparing for the worst. We should get back to it. Now that we know what to work towards, there's no time to waste.
Useful to you aboard your ship than idling here awaiting tasks.
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
Forgot to check the math on a few equations. The brain's long gone. Forgetfulness. Oh, sore. One too many squats. Keep coming back to one thing. Both of these Starborn, they're people you know. Only they're not the people you know. Say and do things the folks you know would never. Doesn't bode well for anyone stepping into the Unity. Or through it, or however it works. You consider what it might do to you? Or end up trapped in whatever the Starborn call their life's way. Whatever their differences, they both follow Obsession's guidance. Lucky I noticed the pattern in one of those artifacts you pulled out. Here.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects. Oh gosh, no, I mean that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet. You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before? They did openly threaten you, as I understand it. I'd say that's something to worry about. It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now. It's silly, but I can't stop thinking about the idea that there are more of me out there. Even just one more Noelle is crazy to consider, but dozens, hundreds, an infinite number of them? How different might we all be? Am I not even remotely the unique individual I thought I was? My head is spinning just considering it. Welcome to do so. I have enough on my plate managing my own thoughts and feelings. Can't imagine bringing another version of me into the mix. Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Okay.
Great, let's see what you have.
I don't have nothing. Okay, never mind.
See you later.
First one I had some organic stuff, I guess I got rid of all of that. So that'd be like... I don't have no thing for like...
for a long time. I believe Barrett would describe this state as bored.
I'd like to talk to you about something, if you have the chance. Sarah is the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated. Counter to everything I've said and believed before. I have caught myself wondering if we ever should have started this search. If this is all true, and I have it right, we've potentially started a chain of events that will create more of these Starborn. Or worse, enable the ones we've seen to become even stronger. I am not fond of either of those options. So maybe now we have no choice but to finish this journey before one of them does.
Okay.
No, I suppose we never really do. But I don't see any other possibilities right now. Look, I don't like the idea of siding with either one of these groups. I'd much rather see someone from Constellation get there first. I trust any of us far more than these Starborn. Well, I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned the rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave, surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, I say, I am fortunate. My soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since. I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. There's no fooling you. Don't worry, this is a much lower stake opportunity. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested? Of course, now that I know you're interested. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. To be honest, I prefer it. I have professional designers, and obviously they can't do the job. They're floundering. And as I've seen firsthand, you dabble in all spectrums. Blue-collar work, exploration, fighting. I could go on. What better person to tell those overpaid muckety-mucks how to build a ship for the discerning consumer? R&D needs to happen first whenever work starts on a new project. It's a natural stalling point since we need to make so many big decisions. In this case, we're talking about looking at our existing fleet of ships and using data we've gathered to see what consumers want. But of course, each member of the R&D team can interpret that data to suit their own confirmation bias. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing here. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the eye full time.
Whatever else, I got that in here with me.
Captain, hello again. I was uncertain you would return.
I've been staying right here. What are you talking about?
I thought I had a grip on the situation. I'm not so sure anymore. The Sanctum Universum believes that God wanted us to travel the stars. That's gotten us here. Is this... Could this be the next step in that journey? Is this what we were meant to learn out here? Could the unity... Could that be God? Or a way to reach him? Oh yeah? That would be something, no question. The one thing I'm sure of is that we have to see this through. We need to find the rest of the artifacts. Good luck!
Actually, hold on a second. I want to go. I don't know where I put that. Where's the uniform at, though? Because I think I had it. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, there's my pirate gear. Looks like it's got an aluminum foil on it. Oh, that's why it's a shrapnel grenade. That makes sense. So I guess that one just like explodes on impact. It's a good thing none of that stuff weighs anything. What all I... Oh, just the digipicks, that's it? Okay. Apollo? Is that what that's supposed to be?
My return to the lodge triggered a full system update. I am now fully prepared to assist you.
Trying to think of where should I go first? Should you do... You know what, we'll go to that one place for now, I think, actually. Over-designed. Yeah, we'll do that, then we'll go to this. Burden of proof. First I'm gonna do this. What I might do is I might just save when I get there. So I'm thinking about quitting this anyway.
Aren't you the one who took down the Crimson Fleet? Buddy and Sistef was telling me all about it. Pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, that was me, dude. Wait, where's wait, is she at the ship already? I think she's still with me, right? Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I guess she must be at... Well, it says that she's here, but where? Did she might be already at the ship, I guess. Where does it say that she's at, actually? Yeah, she's at the ship already, it says it right there. I'm guessing that's where she's at. Jameson. Yeah, she must be in the ship. Doesn't say where she's at. Yeah, she's in the ship with these guys. That's where she went off to. Okay. That's good to know. I don't have to worry about looking for her then. Look around. That's where you don't even see this thing leave when someone else boards it. It's weird. I guess it only does it whenever I get bored on it. Whenever I board it. Kinda strange. Kinda weird. But you know, it's whatever. Nobody picks up the dead bodies.
There is a bit more in the
Those dead
back.
bodies
If you're
should be
not seeing
gone.
something on this. Hope you're finding everything you need. Oh, please take a look.
What do you have? Do you have anything I could possibly need? Because that's what I need when I come. Because like I need to find me those one things, but I can never seem to find them.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
I don't know if do I have anything like that at all in my inventory? No, I don't. I need to find it, whatever it is.
It's
I'm
amazing
trying to
what
find it.
processors are nowadays.
And let's see what they got now.
Your poise, your stature, your confidence. You strike me as a fellow collector. Hello there, dear friend. Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them? Ah, the usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
I am not trying to pester you, but I really do need that credit transfer to cover for last month's deliveries.
What? Really? Wasn't that included in the transfer from last week?
And no, that was for handling the shipments.
Oh, please, take a...
Yeah, there's what I was looking for right there, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I got some. I forget how many of them I have, though. Let's see, how many do I have of those on myself? That was not what I wanted. I gotta go all the way down to see where it's at, huh? I only got 4 med packs. Ooh. And where are the trauma packs at? 14? That's a lot of trauma packs. And I think, didn't I just see a shot troop thing in here? Yep, I did. But where'd the med packs go? Or did I already buy all of them? Or do they not?
Thanks for. Hey, we were running low on food.
Really? Huh. We'll have to see if it's a long trip.
I mean, I don't need those now, but I'll probably need them later. And that's where I need to go.
Is mining on the schedule today?
Oh no, that's what's in here. I just want to see what do I even have. So hold on a second, let me see my resources for one more second. Do I get any type of like... Well, I'm gonna take that stuff to like to Noel, see if that might pique your interest in you at all. Guess she's staying on the ship for now. I'll be ready to leave in a little bit. Right now, I just want to come here. Go back to the lodge real quick. Commercial district. Because that's where they're at. Should be.
have a
you
new
at?
set of orders for me today.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects. Okay, let's take a look.
Oh wait, I can't sell that?
Stay safe, okay?
It sucks. So after emptying all that stuff out, I can't sell it. That's retarded. So you tell me I can't sell none of that stuff. Well, that kinda sucks. Man. Even though they said I could sell her organic resources, I can't sell those. So yeah, let's get back to the ship then. Probably once I get to that one part, I'm gonna save there. Cool. Putting all that stuff back on my ship. Well, actually, I might want to use that stuff for.
How have you been?
Let's see, where.
I'm listening.
Hey there.
Wonder why this is closed. This wasn't closed last time I was on here, though. So it should be opened.
Ask away. Working on my biography, huh? You heard of New Homestead in the Sol System? Most people haven't. It's out in the sticks, on one of Saturn's moons. That's where I grew up. Not exactly the most exciting place to be a kid. It's got a lot of ice, a lot of wind, and not much of anything else. I wasn't exactly torn up about leaving to work for Argos. If my family weren't still working the wind farms there, I don't think I'd ever go back. Yeah, I never saw myself living in New Homestead forever. To tell you the truth, I hope my family splits too. My mom's always talked about retiring to Jemison. Of course, that'd be a whole lot easier if she didn't have so many kids to look after. New Atlantis isn't exactly cheap. Hopefully she'll be able to move someday, though. I worry about her. Wind farming's a pretty dangerous job. Maybe someday, when my brothers are older. Lynn convinced me. She and some Argos miners stopped by my hometown on Titan to refuel, and I happened to be on shift at the spaceport that day. I noticed some rare minerals in her cargo hold and started chatting with her about them. She was impressed by how much I knew about geology and offered me the gig. It wasn't a hard sell. Lynn seemed like a decent boss, and the salary was great. Besides, my rock collection had gotten as big as it was gonna get on Titan. I don't. Really. After what happened on Vectera, I seriously needed a break from Argos. And you're not shy about cracking rocks either, so I still get my fix. Well, my dad's not in the picture, but I have the best mom in the settled systems. More brothers than you can shake a stick at, too. Raising us gave Mom a real run for her money. It's a miracle she didn't leave us to freeze at one of the ice mines on Titan. We got in all kinds of trouble as kids. Yeah, you can say that again. My brothers and I were always up to something. It's a good thing I grew up in a town where our definition of getting into trouble was screwing around with old mining equipment. We would have raised all sorts of hell in a big city like New Atlantis. Lucky for you, I'm an expert on almost everything. Ah, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Kind of weird when he laughs that way.
Good to see you.
Here to shoot the breeze?
Oh, that's because I got the other stuff on me, that's right. So I gotta do this, and I'm gonna go to that one place. Resources. Oh, that's how I want my own. Let's get going.
Switching over to standard engines.
Welcome to Stroud Eklund Star Yard. Permission to dock granted.
So yes, where I'll stop. And once I get on there, continue from here later on. And forward. Alright, I'll catch you all later. One more time, just to make sure it's saved.